Good morning, everybody. It's January 8th. Let's see what time it is. 8:52 a.m. I'm a little late, people. Slept a little late. Okay, let's run this through on a calculator to see which way the market maker plans on manipulating the market. Remember, don't get caught up in the euphoria. You got to know when to pull out of this market because this market maker is running it because he basically owns the market. 48.14 minus 47.72. 42 cents. Oh my God, we hit 40 cents. We haven't seen 40 cents in a while. Okay, 47.72. Now let's go see where the bottom wall is, which is the buy side wall when I say bottom wall. 47.46. Oh, we're definitely going up. You can see we have the buy side of the market makers trades is much closer than the sell side. They're actually supposed to be equidistant, but since the market maker is actually manipulating the market on Coinbase Pro, when you see the buy side closer to the mid-market price, he's attempting to push the price up. Now, if you want to see how much force he's exerting, usually if it's anything over 50%, we're going to have a nice gain. We're very close to 50%, but this is how you figure it out. You look to see which percentage they're off in equidistance. Yeah, we're about 39%. Before I checked this earlier this morning, before I went back to sleep, it was 61%. The same as we're seeing now. So now, yeah, when you see this over here, 61% without taking out the 100, to me that signals a strong indication we're going up further. Now, people over here that don't understand what this math represents. This math represents my findings of an investigation where I found out there was two trades, two of the largest trades in the order book, one on the buy side, one on the sell side. But I found out these two trades are the same market size, 2163.86. Then if you go down to the buy side, you'll see it there, and then on the sell side, look at this, 2163 spot 85, 2163 for 86. They're 0.01 away. They're the same side. Those trades, after investigation, are the market makers' trades. Why are they the same market size? As not to influence the price. They're supposed to buy and sell, same market size, supposed to wash each other out. Also, to get that wash out where they don't interfere with the price, they both have to be the same distance away from the mid-market price from their respective sides. If the buy is 30 cents away, the sell has to be 30 cents away, and vice versa. What are we seeing here? The calculator's telling you, no, they're way off. 61% off. Okay? There's almost 62%. That shows a heavy side to the buy side, 61% toward the buy side. There goes your buy side. It's 26 cents. The sell side's 42 cents. What else does that tell me, that math? That math tells me that the market maker is not putting the two largest trades in the order book equidistant. What is he doing? He's manipulating the mid-market price. He's increasing the spread. He's collecting more frees by making the market more volatile. Him and the exchange are making out. That's why the exchange will do nothing about this. Now, to tell you the truth, the only people that are interested in doing something about this are the DA's office and any group of lawyers who could understand how to read an order book. So what you got here is a crime right before your eyes where the evidence clearly shows it's going on. They can't say this is willful ignorance because they've been told about this. I volunteered the information to them. multiple of times, directly to the CEO, directly to the project manager of the Litecoin Foundation, directly to Charlie Lee. They've chosen to ignore it. And why do you ignore something? You specifically ignore it because you know if you face it, it's going to cause you some kind of harm. You're avoiding the problem because you don't want to face the repercussions. It's something you carry over from the teenage years if you don't grow out of it. A lot of people say, Mr. Russo, you're being so negative. Oh my God, it sounds like you're crazy. No, when you take a positive and extract a negative from it, you're going to have something of a lesser value at the end. Which means who's getting that difference that's being subtracted from the higher value to make it a lesser value? Take a guess. This is not. This isn't hard to figure out. It's very simple. This is rudimentary elementary school math. And if you can use physics, basic physics, if you have understanding of how a seesaw works, you can have the same weight on either side of the seesaw. But if you start moving one of them weights along the length of the seesaw, the outcome of who goes up in the air is going to change. I hope that makes sense to most of you people. I'm trying to simplify this so everybody can understand this. This market is manipulated. There's no doubt. This is very. If this were to go in front of a jury, and I have no doubt I'd be able to show this jury and get the ideals to what's going on in this market 110%. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stop people from getting ripped off from this simple form of manipulation, from this simplified criminality. That's what this is going on here. It's criminality. Don't let anybody else tell you anything different because they're trying to manipulate you to doubt yourself and then leave you in blissful ignorance. You don't want to be in blissful ignorance. You know where blissful ignorance is? It's in the bottom of any barnyard pigsty. That's blissful ignorance. If you don't watch where you're stepping, guess what you're going to step in? You believe me, if you see some pigs, you're going to find some pig shit. And these guys are pigs. To sit here and manipulate the market. Deny, 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 obfuscate. They lied to the New York Department of Financial Services. Unfortunately, to tell you the truth, we have a bunch of dummies that work at the New York Department of Financial Services. They say they're crypto experts, but yet they can't understand this simple rudimentary market manipulation. They believe they investigated it. Oh, the Coinbase investigated. They told us they were doing this. Why didn't you check to see if they were actually doing what they claimed they were doing? I go in here with a simple calculator, and every day, contrary to the investigation that they cleared themselves, a criminal organization cleared themselves from criminal activity. And I go in and check their statement, and guess what? It proves that they're 110% lied to you. They lied to the investors. They're lying to everybody. These guys know what's going on. Coinbase made a statement that their market maker was on the up and up. I have the statement. It's a written, typed out statement from the legal department. It says on there that they investigated this for weeks on end, and the market maker kept his price pegged to the mid-market price equidistance on both sides. And yet I can go in here every day. I was running a parallel investigation in which I have experience running investigations for banks and brokerage houses. That they were lying. It was 180 degrees. This price is never pegged to the mid-market price. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe once in 3 years. I seen it less than 8% away. And it didn't last long either. It was a flash in the pan, and then it went back to being out of whack. These guys are thieves. I'll tell Brian Armstrong any day to his face. I don't care if the only one there and he's got 1 million supporters there with him. I'll tell him this is the math. I can guarantee after I go in there and show the math, he can have everybody there, could be 100% on his side. Half of them are going to get up and leave and stop supporting him. This is simple math. These guys are ripping everybody off. Unfortunately, they're using crypto as a vehicle to achieve this. Coinbase Pro is nothing but a boiler room, an electronic boiler room. The only people that are going to do something about this is yesterday I went to the DA's office. Now I've been asked back that these guys aren't like the idiots of the New York Department of Financial Services. In other words, the New York Department of Financial Services, I met with two of their lawyers. One of them was supposed to be a crypto expert, and I asked him, do you know how to read an order book since this obviously involves an exchange? No, he doesn't. So how could you prove a crime if the person never... Oh, this guy robbed me with a deadly weapon. And then you tell him a deadly... What's the use of reporting it to you if you don't know what a deadly weapon is? It made no difference if the guy was holding a pair of socks or a gun in his hand. If you don't know what's what, you have no concept of what's what in your mind. These guys are idiots. The New York Department of Financial Services is the biggest waste in the New York State budget. That you just might as well get some person with that's marginally marginal. Put him in the office, just one person, and say he runs everything in the New York Department of Financial Services, because it'll have the same effect. They haven't done a damn thing. I watch these agencies, people, the ones that are supposed to be protecting us in New York State. That agency is totally worthless. It has no value to the people of New York State if they cannot detect criminality or understand what you're showing them from in a field they're supposed to be experts in. Maybe they're experts in the law, but they're not experts when it comes to finance and order books. No, they're not. This is so obvious. Any 9-year-old, if you gave them a 15-minute lesson, could detect this. They're not willing to learn. They think because they got some piece of paper for repeating back something that they memorized from Miskatonic University, they think they're smarter than you. Yet I sat in the office and they tried to show. I went to the office with specifically this to talk about, and they start bringing up Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin is being manipulated by the same market maker on this exchange. That I can confirm. But on Litecoin, it's visible. You can actually see it on Bitcoin. If you notice, look at this pattern. Ignore the price, right? Ignore the price. Now go to Bitcoin. It's a duplicate. That means it's running on the same algorithm. Who owns the algorithm? The market maker, which is already known where his trades are, and we know he's manipulating the market. And this is his algorithm. This is his signature right here, these candlesticks and graphs. And you see the same algorithm and signature on the market on Bitcoin. So yes, it is being manipulated, if you can follow me. And you people sit there and pray that hopefully the market makers basically will let you earn some money on your investment, rather than the popularity or the need or technological innovation people are looking for on financial transactions to prove it has its value in itself. No, you got somebody on who's manipulating it and basing the valuation on how much money he can make off of it by manipulating it. This is not a fair and balanced market. This is a criminal market. And all you have to do is just learn some basic math. That's all you have to do. And that's it. It's an open and closed case. So to tell you the truth, these guys belong in jail. Brian Armstrong belongs in jail. Charlie Lee belongs in jail. He took part in this. He made his $200 million when they pumped it up. When he first put it on, he cashed out. He sold 500,000 coins. The cat's out of the bag. He walked away with $200 million. Then he's telling you, well, I did it so people couldn't say I was manipulating the price. No, you did it because you knew you were manipulating the price. You have to restructure your sentence there to verify the truth there, Charlie. You knew this was going to get pumped up and you sold at the highest price possible. If it was a matter of ethics, you wouldn't care about the price you sold it at, Charlie. All right? Let's stop kidding people, Charlie. You see some bullshit stories that are so easy to look through. I sold it at around $350 because people were telling me every time I tweeted it made I was trying to manipulate the price. So instead what I did is I sold all my holdings for $200 million so nobody could say that about me anymore. Get out the violin. Get out the violin and the toilet paper because you just heard a lot of shit right there. And the best part of it, these people that are in the office, if the investigation offends somebody, well then you can't do the investigation, even though the person's engaging in criminal acts. You don't do that because you see you're gonna make them cry. Never mind the thousands of people that he's robbed, openly robbed, that any kid with a calculator can prove that he's doing it. Look at the bias, the 61% difference of the market makers' trades. And then he tells you that they had it pegged for weeks at a time when they did their investigation with many people in such a long time. Oh, we laborious. Oh, we worked through all the numbers for weeks at an end. We had multiple people. How the fuck do you need multiple people to do a simple mathematical equation for fucking weeks? You can do this yourself while you're making a fucking phone call to your stripper girlfriend. Don't ask how I know that, Brian. Don't ask. Oh my God, I never seen such a thing. This just really boils my blood that people are out here struggling to make a dollar, and these guys could so easily steal it from them. And the agencies that we have, if you're not stopping these people from stealing, which is your job, then you're worthless at your job. You serve no purpose. They might as well have you get rid of you and put an extra chair in the office. You know why? Because the chair is more fucking useful. They should take your salary and buy like a new soda machine. That'd be appreciated more. Or softer toilet paper. That will serve a better purpose than this. I never see the New York Department of Financial Services is totally useless, okay? If they're issuing licenses, like the TLC, they issue licenses, you have to have people out there that make sure you're complying with all the regulations of that organization that requires you to obtain that license to form this part of business. They don't have nothing. They have no inability to even know how to read an order book, yet they have a 20-something-year-old crypto expert with a law degree who knows nothing about finances, never seen an order book or placed an order in an order book in his life. I don't know how he can say that he knows he's a crypto expert because he understands the blockchain. You got to brush up and learn about these market orders and how they affect the price of the issue of crypto. You better learn something fast. They should fire them both. I never seen two useless people. Well, if you can prove the market of LTC is manipulated, idiot. Look, you see the algorithm? It's the signature from the market maker. That's his algorithm. This is him manipulating the market. Let's see. The candlesticks are his signature. Same exact thing here. That's his signature. From his bot. That's the pattern his bot's got across the whole market. This is like watching Coca-Cola and Wood Packet, which make two different things, two different items on the same exchange, and you see the electronic signature of the same manipulation across both that have nothing to do with each other. Or Coke and Pepsi. people have a preference. Some people invest in Litecoin, don't invest in Bitcoin, and vice versa. Yet they have the same algorithm, and these dummies can't figure it out. All right, people, I'm out of here. I showed you everything I needed to show you. Have a good day. Look at this, plunging the market down. What a pack of criminals. Well, I could guarantee that that top sale. Yeah, look, they lowered the price down. You see how he manipulates the market? This is why I tell you, you cannot predict which way the market's going to go because he changes it up. Now he's got it at 47.54. Now let's look at the price we had again. 48.14. There you go. I don't know what else I got to show people. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These guys belong in jail. There's no other place for people who engage in this type of criminality but jail. That's a definite outcome for these guys, and they deserve it. They earned it. All right, I'm out again. Real this time.